everybody. My name is Chris, and I'm from the Dynamic Drum School, and this is the third week of Drum Set Jam 6. So if you haven't seen the first 2 weeks where we teach you the verse and then the chorus, definitely check those out. There's a link in the description below. This week we're going to go over verse 2 of the song, and if you're in level 2, fast forward to that section. Level 3, fast forward to that section. We've got in the description also I've got the cues where you can just click on that, fast forward to the section you're working on. So let's get started with the verse 2. This week we're going to learn verse 2. This is level 1. The verse 2 is the exact same beat as the verse 1. So we're switching back to the hi-hat. So now that you already know the beat, the best way to practice is to practice the end of the chorus into the verse. So what we're going to do is take a look at the 7th and 8th measure of the chorus, and we're going to play that into verse 2. So let's try that at 70 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 again. 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So just practice that. Make sure you can do the transition. And then right after this, we got the music of the first 3 sections. So now we got the verse, chorus, into verse 2. So that's what your goal is this week. Practice along with the music. Try to get it up to the full speed along with it and play each section. And remember, if you're having trouble with any of the transitions, just keep practicing those and then try to put it all together. One, 2, 3, 4. So let's take a look at verse 2 for level 2. We're coming back to the hi-hat, and the beat is the same that you learned for verse 1. The only thing different is I added a fill on the 8th measure. So you'll notice the fill is just on beat 4. So you're going to be playing a 8th note and then 2/16, 4 and notice right below the snare on beat 4 there's an X. That just means you're going to be closing your foot on beat 4. So on the open hi-hat is on the and a 3, 3 and 4, and so basically you're just going to want to make sure that the sound closes and they're lined up together with the snare and the hi-hat. So play the whole measure together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 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 3 and 4 and 1. All right, let's put the 7th and 8th measure together. I'm going to show you that you could play the snare hit on the left or the right. It doesn't, whichever works easier for you. 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, Again, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So now what you want to do is practice the transition from the chorus into the verse. So we'll play the 7th and 8th measure of the chorus into the verse 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Again, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. One more time. 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So now what you want to do is just fast forward to the next section and try putting it all together. We're going to play the verse, chorus into verse 2. And then just remember, if you have trouble with the transitions, just keep practicing those separately and then play with the music and try to get it all down. And then next week, we'll learn the last section, the outro.
One, two, three, four.
Let's check out the verse for level 3. So now we're going to come back to the hi-hat. We got the same beat as we had for the verse, the first verse. The only change is the fill on the last measure. So the very first verse we didn't play a fill, but now we're adding a fill on beat 4. So let's skip ahead to the H measure. Let me show you. Let me just play it for you once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So we got a flam on beat 4, and then a bass drum on the E, and then and 4 E and So flam. So if you're playing level 3, I'm assuming you know what a flam is, but just in case you don't, you just play a soft note in front of the other, just right in front of it. So we got the flam, 4 E and then just 2 regular hits. So starting on beat 3, 3 E and 4 E and again 3 E and 4 E and we'll play it for one measure and then we'll rest for one measure and then just repeat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1. Now let's do the 7th and 8th measure. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1. Again, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 1 and 2, 3 and a 4, 3 and a 1. Cool. So now that you got that, let's backtrack to the end of the chorus into the verse 2. So we're going to play the 7th and 8th measure. We got the fill. Now we're playing that into the verse. So we're going to switch back to the hi-hat. So let's try that slow. We'll do it at 60 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and triplet 4 E and 1, 2, 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 E and 4 and again 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. A little faster, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Again, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 more time. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So now that you got that, we're going to try to put all three sections together, playing the verse into the chorus, into the verse 2 without stopping. So again, just remember, practice the transitions first if you want to keep working on the verse into the chorus into the verse 2, and then we're just going to play along and try to do it all together, all three sections. And then next week we just got the last section of the outro.
One, two,